Good afternoon, YouTubers. Tsquare here with Tsquare Talk. So today I want to talk a little bit about how much gold or silver or both should I have. It's a question that actually came up from a good friend of mine the other day, and then it's a reoccurring comment that I see in the comments, like, I don't want to see the price go up until I've got mine. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that today. Before I do get going, I got two brief announcements. The first one, please take a quick minute, hit that subscribe button if you're watching this video. It really helps out the channel more than you know. We're trying to get the message out. And hit that thumbs up and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think enough is. Is there enough? And then the second announcement, this is basically because of a subscriber who wrote to me that he uses Rockwell Gold and Silver Pawn. Now, I did go on their website and check out. They had an amazing feedback. He told me he gets some awesome deals there on his gold and silver coins. I'm in no way affiliated with them. I just kind of wanted to show you guys this. So if you are in the area of Rockwell, you can go in and check out the place. I went online and I checked it out because they're only a couple hours from where I live here in Corpus Christi. They got a big selection of everything. It doesn't seem like they're your normal pawn shop, however, but it's pretty amazing some of the deals that they have. So if you guys are in the area, go and check this out. It's pretty cool. I know one of my subscribers he says that they never pay below spot. For the most part on gold and silver. So that's pretty cool because we did do a bunch of videos recently about people taking their gold and silver to pawn shops and offering them $15 an ounce. Now, I don't know about you, but if someone offered me $150 for a 10-ounce bar, I would be extremely insulted. I have taken in slabbed coins to see what they would say, and, you know, like the very first... let me turn that light on here. The very first American Silver Eagle certified and graded from San Francisco, it had a really high value. I think it rung up at like $250 when you scanned it. And needless to say, you know, when they told me we'll give you $20, I was like, are you kidding me? You know, so at least give me a spot offer. I wouldn't take that. It was more of an educational thing. So with that being said, let's jump into today's discussion. Today, I wanted to talk a little bit about how much is enough. And I've even said this time and time again. You know, once I have enough, I really hope the price is going to skyrocket. I want to end up someday getting a homestead or a nice big ranch somewhere out in Texas. Doesn't have to be in prime real estate country. I don't mind living rough, living off the grid, but it is something I want someday. I want to live more in harmony with the land. You guys know, if you've been following the channel for any length of time, I do a lot of prepping, I do a lot of homesteading, I have chickens. I don't talk as much about that right now because the hottest topic right now is gold and silver. It's one of the really hot topics because of everything going on. A lot of it had to do with the bank failures. A lot of it has to do with the Fed now about ready to launch. And a lot of it has to do with the BRICS. That's their big meeting, their yearly meeting that's coming up next month. A lot of people are wondering what's going to come out of that meeting. Is this it? Is this it? You know, some people are saying, well, I definitely don't want it to be it, because if it's it, it's literally going to be it for gold and silver. We will see gold and silver probably skyrocket, especially if they do a currency based on gold and silver. However, we know that a lot of countries right now are buying up gold and silver. Why are they buying up gold and silver? I believe because they know something is coming down the line, and when it happens, that's it. Now, there's still a lot of opportunities for people to pick up gold and silver. In fact, right now we're seeing gold and silver prices kind of plunge. And I know a lot of you guys have left me comments saying, hey, I'm happy about that because I have an opportunity to get more for my money. But you know, one thing that I've learned in doing this is enough really ever enough. So I'm going to tell you guys my opinion of enough. There is not going to be enough. There's not going to be enough. Enough for me is at the end of the month, when everything I need to pay is paid, all my extra money I put to precious metals. Why? Because I believe that precious metals is going to make the bar kind of level. And what I mean by that is if I save my money in dollars and my goal is to buy a ranch, let's say a ranch today, I don't know what I can pick up a nice little 20-acre homestead for with a home on it, but I'm going to go out on a limb right now because I've seen some for $300,000, and we're going to say $300,000 for a quick minute. But the problem is when I started saving, you know, that $300,000 might have only been $150,000. But you know, every ounce of gold that I bought to put up to that was only $1,000. Now, unfortunately, the homestead doubled in value, and now that homestead is up to $300,000. If I had been saving in dollars, that would give me a lot less. I'd be further away from the mark, I guess you could say. But because I save my extra money in gold and silver, the gold and silver is going up. Now, some people are going to say, no, it's not. But here's the deal. Every ounce that I bought at $1,000 is now essentially worth $2,000. The homestead went from $150,000 to $300,000. Both have been going up. And so that makes it to where I am actually moving closer to getting my gold. Whereas if the homestead would go up at a faster rate and the dollar's essentially coming down, we're not getting increases in cost of living, pay wages, retirements, as much as we're seeing inflation, prices going up. So that's why I save in precious metals. Now, everybody is going to have a different thing that they're looking for. You know, some people will tell you enough is 6 months pay. So if you make $1,000 a month, I'm using a hypothetical number. I don't know what people make nowadays working, but let's say they're making $1,000 a month. Everybody on here is going to have a different pay scale. But if they are $1,000 a month and they're saving that $1,000 a month, that would basically be $6,000 at the end of 6 months. So some people will give you the analogy you should have 6 months pay for emergencies, which would be $6,000 in gold and silver. I personally don't like that necessarily because over time, you're going to see such fluctuations in people's pay. The economy could tank. You might be living on a tight budget at one point and then living a little more frugal at another point. So there's no real set amount in my personal opinion. With that being said, we're seeing precious metals continue to climb. Right now, I know we're in the middle of summer. There's a lot going on right now. We're not seeing them climb. We're actually seeing them fall. But are we really seeing them fall in the sense of, yes, spot price is falling, but demand is going up? So I'm convinced there's a lot of manipulation on this, and it gives me an opportunity to kind of save my dollars, my extra dollars, in the form of something that's going up with the price of everything else. With that being said, I know I'm not knocking anybody that has a plan of 6 months pay in precious metals or 10%. You know, here's the thing: when I hear people say 5 or 10%. I had a comment today saying my original goal was 10%, and now I've shifted my goal to 15%. I think that's great that people are escalating their goals. They're pushing themselves a little harder to meet an objective. My opinion, even though I would never tell anybody put all your eggs in one basket, it's good to be diversified to a certain point. However, for some people like me, I'm going to say me, I'm a little heavy in gold and silver. People know that you guys see my package openings, you know, so you guys know when I'm opening up a package of 100 ounces of silver, you know, some people are like, what the heck? You know, I'm not rich by no means. I literally penny pinch all my money. People that know me personally know I am cheap. And that's just the way I am. I utilize everything that I have, and I save and I save and I save. But with that being said, that's why I'm able to buy extra precious metals. One of the things that I do that I started to mention, and then I kind of got distracted a little bit, is by putting more of my money, more of my wealth in gold and silver. Financial advisors will tell you you should have 10% of your net worth in precious metals. Why? Because if the stock market tanks, the dollar tanks, usually gold and silver will cover you. It will basically raise your portfolio. So if, let's say, you got $90 in the stock market, $10 in gold and silver skyrockets 10 times, and the stock market literally collapses, well, now you're still pretty much at that $100 level. However, that just keeps you where you're at. It keeps you in the position that you're currently in. And it's a great strategy if you're happy in the position you're in. Me, like I said, I'm tight. I don't spend extra money. I don't enjoy a lavish lifestyle. But my thoughts are, by having most of my money in the gold and silver, eventually the downturn is going to come. You guys know I've only been stacking for roughly 7, maybe 8 years. But eventually a big downturn is going to come and precious metals are going to skyrocket. When that does, that is going to put me, I believe, in a different lifestyle, a better lifestyle, if I'm more into precious metals. Because let's say I do 50-50. I'm going to use a different approach, and I'm going to say 50-50 for a minute. If the stock market collapses and my stock market 50 plunges, okay, so I lost my stock market for the time being. I still got the shares as long as the company don't go bankrupt. But my 50 in the precious metals has the potential to go up to tenfold. The same thing that they tell you with the 90-10 split rule. But here's the thing. If that goes up 10 times, my $50, well, that puts me at 500. And at that point, it gives me an opportunity to buy things that I really want that I've been waiting to buy, such as my homestead. Now, what is 10 times silver? So let's talk about that for a minute, because we talk a lot on the channel about silver going to the moon, skyrocketing. What is skyrocketing? You know, when I say silver and gold are going to go up, $50 is an easy guess for me. We've seen 50 almost a couple times now. But $100, I could picture $100, and I would say $100 is roughly 4 or 5 times spot price. That means that $100, your net worth is 5 times. And I believe that when that happens, we're going to see the gold-silver ratio fall. We're going to see gold not go up quite as much as silver, but we're going to see silver skyrocket, I believe. And then we're going to see the stock market kind of take a big hit. Now, I know some people out there don't like to hear that gold and silver is going to skyrocket. They think it's pushing a false sense of get rich quick. It's by no means a get rich quick scheme, gold and silver. In fact, it takes time. You look at the average growth of gold and silver, it hasn't been growing that much. I mean, when I started, silver was actually, $20? I seen it go all the way down to 16, and I was buying 15 something. And I was still buying, which drastically dropped my dollar cost average down. That's why I always say, in my personal opinion, I'm going to keep stacking a little bit each week, especially when the price comes down. That's my opportunity. These people that are stopping stacking right now, they're missing out. They're missing out on the deals to bring down their dollar cost average and to have more in their possession. Because here's the thing. If you buy 10 ounces at $30 and you stop buying, eventually, when it passes 30, we'll say it goes up to 35, you've got 10 ounces at 35. But when the price dips, like it is now, down to essentially, I'm seeing $26 with premiums and everything. Well, if hypothetically you buy another 90 ounces at 26, I mean, you've drastically dropped. I was going to try to do it in my head real quick, but, I guess I can't. We'll just say you bought 10 ounces at 26 and you had 10 ounces at 30. Well, then that's going to basically give you, $28 an ounce for 20 ounces. Now, when it goes up to 35, you have a really good profit and you have extra silver. And as you continue to buy, you're going to see your stack continue to grow and grow and grow. This is just the stuff that I have at my house. There's not a lot here. But I know some people will say that's a good amount of silver sitting there. It's something to think about for people that are kind of out there right now and in disgust that the prices came down as much. They got in when everybody was talking about it. But each time everybody talks about it, it just pushes it higher and higher. This bar, actually, when I bought this, it was only $230 for a 10-ounce bar. I bet you anybody would give me $230 for this today. So I didn't lose no money. But here's the thing. When I bought that at $230, I think spot price was $20. And, you know, I could have said, man, I just paid $3 an ounce over spot. $30 wasted. I could have gone out for a steak dinner for $30. Well, maybe I could have made a steak dinner at home for $30, but who knows? But needless to say, something to think about. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you an idea of, is enough enough? My opinion, it's the bar is always going to grow. You're never going to have enough unless you're just shooting for one specific number, and that's it. Once you hit it, you're done buying. As for me, I'm going a little bit every week, and I'm keeping pushing that bar. And eventually it's going to come. But I only use the money I have left over at the end of the month. So with that being said, thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button. It's funny. I think it was like 80% of my people that watch the videos are not subscribed to the channel. So please help the channel out by hitting that subscribe button. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you guys again tomorrow. You guys have a great one. Take care, everybody. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.